Hello everyone, I hope this video finds you good. Today this video is about Mathematics D2 Topic 1 Practice Now 3 by Mathematics to Tan 90. Alright, so let's look at the question of Practice Now 3. Let's read this question first. The cost $C of transporting goods is directly proportional to the distance covered d kilometers. So what does this mean? That as your distance is increasing, your cost will increase. So the cost of transporting goods will increase with the distance. The cost of transporting goods over a distance of 60 kilometers is $100. So it has given us two values, one for the distance, and for that distance the cost is $100. Now the first part says find an equation connecting C and D. So C is our cost and D is our distance. We did a question similar to this, so let's work this out. So first we need to find the constant K value. So the constant K value will be K equals C upon D. Now the C value, the cost is 100. So this will be 100 upon, and the D value over here is 60. So this will be 100 upon 60. Now 100 upon 60 is, if we simplify this, it will be 5 upon 3. So we have our K value now. Our K value is 5 upon 3. Alright, so the equation in terms of C and D is K equals C over D. So our K value is 5 upon 3. So it's very evident that our equation will be 5 upon 3 equals C upon D. Now if you remember, we used to write our equation as y equals kx. So we need to keep this C alone. So in order to keep this C alone, we shall multiply both the sides by D. Now when we multiply this side by D, we will only be left with C for this side. What about this side? So for this side it would become 5 upon 3 D. So our final equation will be 5 upon 3 D equals C. We can write it as C equals 5 upon 3 D. So our part 1 is done. Now let's look at part 2. Find the cost of transporting goods over a distance of 45 kilometers. Now we have the distance, but we need to find the cost. If you remember, in my previous video, I did a question similar to this. So the distance 45 is given. So this distance 45, I will put here in the equation. I already have the equation, and this is how I'll easily find my cost. So it will be 5 upon 3 multiplied by 45. So 45 divided by 3 will be 15, and 15 multiplied by 5 will be 75. So our cost will be $75. Now let's go through part number 3. If the cost of transporting goods is $120, calculate the distance covered. Now this time I have the cost, but what is missing? Yes, the distance is missing. Okay, so again, very easy. I just need to input all this in my formula. So 5 upon 3D will come as it is because I do not know my D. I do not know the distance. Equals 120. So 5 upon 3D equals 120, and then I need to isolate this D. I need to make this D alone to actually find this D. So I will multiply the whole equation by 3 upon 5 so that I can cancel out this 3 with this 3 and this 5 with this 5. So I will be only left with a D here, and 120 multiplied by 3 upon 5. So 120 divided by 5 will be 24, and 24 multiplied by 3, 24 times 3, 48, 72. Okay, so this will be 72. So our distance will be 72 kilometers. This is for part 3. Now let's just go through this again for part 4, which I'll put in the next slide. So the cost $C of transporting goods is directly proportional to the distance covered d kilometers. The cost of transporting goods over a distance of 60 kilometers is $100. So when we simplified this, we ended up with the equation C equals 5 upon 3 d. Now let's look at the part number 4. Draw the graph of C against d. So I've already solved this question over here. We have the equation with us, which is C equals 5 upon 3 d. So our equation is C equals 5 upon 3d. And we need to plot this equation only. Now if we substitute 0 in place of d, so d equals 0. What will our C be? So 5 upon 3 multiplied by d, that means 5 upon 3 multiplied by 0. Our C will also be 0. Capital C will be 0. Now if we put d as 3, so if we take two values, we can plot our graph easily with those two coordinates. Now when we take d as 3, why am I taking 3? Because this is the easiest value. I can cut this tree with this tree because it will divide 3 divided by 3 will be 1. And then C will be, this will be small d, and then C will be 5. Because 5 upon 3 multiplied by 3 is 5. And then we will easily plot the graph. And this is the graph of C against D. Now one thing to notice is that this graph is passing from the origin. You can see this. Origin 0, 0 coordinates, it is passing from that. Now one thing you should know is that whenever two quantities are directly proportional to each other, the graph of those two quantities will always pass from the origin. So for MCQ questions or these kinds of questions and for concept building, you must know this. I hope you like this video and please share your valuable feedback with me. Thank you.